Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Eddy's house from the show Ed, and Eddy. Just so you know, I have made tutorials for each one of the free houses. You can find tutorials for these in the description below. This is the amount of space required to make the build. Here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Begin by placing a row of 13 pink terracotta in a row on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Extend 3 rows forwards, 1, 2, 3. Then place 3 pink concrete on top. 1, 2, 3. Extend to the right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down to 1, 2, with a pink terracotta underneath. Extend back by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then to the right by 2. 1, 2. Then extend towards the back of the build by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then extend across the back of the build by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Extend 2 rows towards you, 1, 2. And then extend to the right by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 1, 2. Right 2, 1, 2, and then join all the way back to the beginning. This is what the floor plan should look like so far. Now it's time for us to mark out all of the areas that need a bit of detail. Begin by placing a pink concrete on the front left hand corner of the build. Extend to the right by 1, and then place 4 glass block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place 2 pink concrete, 1, 2, and then an iron door. Then place pink concrete extending right and then join it forwards towards the garage. Underneath the iron door, stack up andesite slabs so that they become polished andesite blocks, and then extend to the left and right by 1. Then place slabs in front of the blocks like this to make a doorstep. We then want to stack another row of glass on top of the row of glass that we already have. Then move around to the side here, and on the side of the build we want to extend this pink concrete on the front backwards by 1. Place pink concrete on the back of the build, this corner here, place a pink concrete, extend it in 1, and then place glass all the way in between the 2 rows of pink, and stack another row of glass on top of that row of glass. On the back of the build we want to add a back door, so this is positioned just left of this sticking out pink terracotta, so right here. Then left of this we want to place a pink concrete and then 4 glass moving left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stack another row on top of these. Moving all the way over onto the opposite corner of the back of the build, we want to place a pink concrete on the corner block, extend in 1, and then 4 more glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stack another row of glass on top of this. On the right side of the build, we actually want the same window that we have over there on the left, so we want 2 pink concrete on the left, 2 pink concrete on the right, and glass in between, and of course we want to stack that so it's 2 rows high. We also have to fill the garage in, so we're simply going to stack stone brick stairs 1 row behind the actual hole at the front of the garage. In the corner between the garage and the front door we want to stack a row of 3, 1, 2, 3, green concrete. Then over here towards the left we want to place oak leaves underneath this window. And we also want to place green concrete underneath the long window on the left side of the build. Now that we've added a bunch of those details, it's now time for us to build up the walls. On top of the front left hand corner of the build, place a row of 3 pink concrete on top of this pre-existing pink concrete. 1, 2, 3. We now want to build up the rest of the walls using pink concrete, and we want to make them as high as that row that we placed on the front of the build. So this means building up on top of the pink terracotta and above and in between everything else that we've already placed. On the left and right sides of the house, we also want to stack up pink concrete in such a way that we form two pyramid shapes. It's now time for us to work on the roof. Begin by placing spruce slabs on the left and right sides of the garage that overhang the front of it by one row. We then want to extend these slabs inwards and upwards until they eventually connect to each other in a peak. We can then fill any gap that might be left underneath the roof in using pink concrete like this. We want to do a similar thing on the back of the build, except we are going to shave off a row of pink concrete on top of this sticking out part of the build, and then we are going to do the exact same process from earlier. So we'll place a row of spruce slabs on either side, make sure they overhangs the back, and then extend the spruce slabs inwards and upwards until they eventually reach a peak. This one's a bit different because we have back-to-back spruce slabs, but that's okay. Fill the underneath part in using pink concrete, and now we can move on to the main roof. Begin by placing a row of spruce stairs along the top front wall of the house. We then want to stack rows and rows of spruce stairs along the sides of the two pyramid shapes that we've made until we eventually reach the top, and then of course we want to start extending down on the back of the house. With that complete, we just have to fill in gaps. Then we simply just have to fill in any gaps that we have just above the garage and also the back door. And lastly, we want to take the left and right sides of the main roof, extend them so that they overhang the build by one row, and then place a row of upside down spruce stairs underneath that overhanging row. There is a chimney on the back left-hand side of the house. If we take out this spruce stair here, this is the first one that connects to the mini roof above the kitchen door, we want to place a stone here instead, extend this upwards so that it overhangs or is one row higher than the actual top of the roof. We then want to extend this row of stone to the left by one, and then we want to add another row of stone behind this so that we have a 2x2 square. Then, at the top of this, we want to have 2 back-to-back pairs of stone stairs like this, and that is the chimney. We have to make a step for the back door. This is the exact same one that we did on the front door. There is a shed in the back garden. If we take the bottom left-hand corner of the kitchen area, and we leave a gap of 6 from this corner moving backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the 7th block place a light grey concrete, extend back 2, across 2, forwards 2, place a door in between the 2 front pairs of light grey concrete, stack the light grey concrete 2 rows higher than it is all the way around, join it together in the middle, extend the middle back and middle front blocks upwards, and place stone stairs along the sides of this, so literally on the left side, the right side like this, moving up towards the top. Place a stone slab on the centre of the roof and extend it forwards to cover up the gap, and there we have a super simple garden shed. On the front of the build, we are going to place a lantern just above the front door and a stone pressure plate just in case you want to come inside of the house. But more importantly, we are going to add a driveway. This driveway spans the width of the garage door, which is of course just made out of the stone bricks. It comes all the way to the end of the grid, or the front of the grid, depending how you look at it, and the drive is made out of smooth stone. In addition to this, we are going to make part of the pavement, the front 2 rows of the grid spanning the width of the grid are made out of smooth stone. So this gives you a good idea of what it's going to look like. However, we also want to add a hedge between the corner of the drive and the pavement. It's going to sit behind, go all the way over to the left, and then all the way backwards. Inevitably, we are going to just be 1 row off of the back of the grid, then we want to stack 2 rows of oak planks on the remaining part of the grid, so literally just the perimeter of it, and this is going to be a fence, so the fence is all along the back and the right side leading towards the front. And well, ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't leave us with very much to do. I just hope that you guys have a magic axe. So this is really simple. We are going to fill the pavement and driveway in using smooth stone, and all of the grass remaining on the inside of the grid, we are going to replace that using lime terracotta, which is a lot easier with World Edit. I would highly recommend it. And that's it. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't yet made any of the other houses, we have made Ed, and Eddy's house. You can find all of the links for these tutorials down below in the description if you haven't used them already. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.